Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing great. So, welcome to Vet It's You YouTube channel. Today in this video we will discuss about the behavior of animal. So, let's get started. So, first of all, the animal behavior is the reaction of animal to any stimulus, or it is the manner in which the animal react with the changes in the surrounding or the environment. For an example, if you feed any dog, the dog will show affection towards you by moving his or her tail. Here, simply the stimulus is the food that is provided by you, and the behavior is the affection which is shown by moving his or her tail. So, this is ultimately the animal behavior. And the branch of the science that deals with the behavior of animal in the natural habitat is known as ethology. Moving further, it has been derived that each individual or a species react to the same stimulus in a different manner. For example, if you have two dogs and you are approaching towards one, it might show affection to you, and other dog might show the aggressive behavior. So here is the same stimulus provided to the animal of the same species, but the behavior of the each animal is just different. The behavior of animal as a species determines their ability to survive in the wild state. For an example, if a dog is living in a particular area and marks his or her territorial boundary by use of different pheromones, and if any other dog tries to approach that particular boundary, the dog will show different behaviors like aggressive behavior, and these behavior all together will decide his or her fate, whether that dog is going to survive or not. The behavior of a livestock to a stimulus is a particular importance to the producer, as the livestock producer can know with some accuracy that how an animal is going to react in a particular circumstances or the stimuli, and what makes it to act in a particular way, and how the expected result can be changed to obtain the best productivity out of the livestock. This will also produce more efficient breeding, feeding, and management of the farm animals. In a simple term, if a livestock producer knows that how his or her animal is going to react to a particular stimulus, then he can change the particular surrounding condition that will favor the livestock and ultimately increases its productivity or the economic benefits. Another benefit of knowing the animal behavior patterns, as it will influence the decisions on the size and the shape of pasture, number of animals to run in a peer group, placing water facilities, or the type of the grazing. So simply, if we know that how the animal is going to react to a particular stimulus, then we can decide its fate by changing the condition of pastures, number of animals in the surrounding, feeding management, watering management, and just they all will together help us to obtain the best possible result. Now moving forward, we will discuss about the benefits of studying behavior, as it is an indicator of the health and the welfare. It will help us to design housing and husbandry systems for the animals. It will help us to design the size and the shape of the pastures, number of the animals, watering and the feeding facilities to be provided, and for the training of the animals, etc. In the simple term, if the behavior of animal is known by the livestock producer, it will help him or her to change the surrounding condition in the favoring manner to the livestock, that will help him to improve the health and the welfare of the livestock. The knowing of behavior by any livestock producer help them to design the best housing and husbandry systems, as well as the best possible grazing, watering and the feeding management. Till now we have discussed that what is behavior and what are its benefits. So now we will move on and discuss about that how the behavior is regulated. So the behavior is regulated with the help of the nervous system as well as the endocrine system. So it have the nerves influence as well as the hormonal influence also. Talking about the nervous system, the chief function of the brain, spinal cord and the peripheral nerves is the production of the behavior. So the information about the internal and the external factors is transmitted through the range of the receptor. It may be exteroreceptors or the interoreceptors to the brain and the spinal cord, or ultimately the CNS. And from the CNS through the specific neurons, the impulse will reach to the glands and the muscles, leading to the expression of the behavior. For example, if you beat any dog, then the pain receptors on the skin will be activated. They will transfer the impulse to the CNS, and from the CNS the impulse will be transmitted to the particular glands and the muscle, that will lead to the expression of that particular dog, like the aggressive behavior, barking behavior, etc. So now we will discuss in detail about the influence of the nervous system in the behavior. So the first structure influencing the behavior is the cerebral cortex, as it have different localized regions where the sensory impulse are received and redirected. Here the cerebral cortex possesses the four main sensory areas. These are the body sense area that receive the impulse from many part of the body. The visual area receive the impulse from the retina. The auditory area they receive the impulse from the temporal lobe of the cerebral cortex and involved in hearing, and the olfactory area, which deals with the smell and plays an important role in the breeding behavior. So simply, the cerebral cortex have different sensory areas that receive the impulse from the different parts and plays an important role in the generation of the behavior. The next structure involved in the regulation of the behavior is the hypothalamus, as it is involved in the anger, excitement, sexual activities, pleasure and the hunger behavior. And much of the generation of the behavior done by the hypothalamus is because of the production of hormones from the pituitary gland. The another structure is the brain stem, that consists of the medulla oblongata, the pons and the midbrain. As all these structure together regulates the subconscious activities necessary to maintain the blood pressure, heart rate, respiration rate and the coordination of the movement. In the summarized view, the parts of the nervous system involved in the regulation of the behavior is the cerebral cortex that receive the impulse from different body parts, the hypothalamus that help to engage the behavior like anger, pleasure, hunger, and the brain stem that help to regulate the blood pressure, heart rate, respiration and the coordination of the movement. Now the another system involved in the regulation of the behavior is the endocrine system, which will regulate a wide range of the behavior because of the hormones secreted by different glands. The first gland is the pituitary gland, and the anterior part of the pituitary will release the gonadotropic hormones like the FSH and LH and somehow regulate the sexual behavior, and the posterior pituitary will release the oxytocin. The next gland is the thyroid gland, and the hormone released by the thyroid gland is the thyroxine, as it will involve in the metabolism and important in regulation of maternal activities, female sexual activities, and the sex drive in both the sexes. Another gland is the adrenal gland, and the androgen secreted from the cortex region are important in the male reproduction, and the adrenal secreted from the medulla help in the flight fight behavior, fighting behavior in the males, and the maternal protective behavior in the females. The melatonin secreted by the pineal gland is also important in regulating the cyclic breeding behavior. So these are the hormones released from the different glands help in regulating a wide range of behavior like the breeding behavior, reproductive behavior, fighting behavior, flight behavior, and etc. This was all about the behavior of animal and how it is regulated. I hope you like it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel Vet It's You. Thanks for the watching, an initiative by Ankit Kaushik.